Ha ha ha, I knew most of you didn't actually have 20/20 vision. That's why I need you all to sub, so you can get some eye tests and actually find out the truth. Your eyesight may not be perfect, but your support of yours truly should be. I'm so glad you're feeling better. I'm honored to be your medical professional of choice. I hear laughter is the best medicine, which we're all in great need of with that many liars in here. Thanks Sharon_ZZ and Squeb_Squeb. The Tooth Fairy didn't bring you enough money. That's a shame. Maybe next time you should actually attempt to give them to her instead of just holding on to the teeth in the walls. Thanks for the subs ThericStar42, Force Advocate 45 and SkadooQT. It does my heart good to know there's that many of you are generous enough to sub today. I know I've banged on about eye tests, but while you're at it you should probably get your teeth fixed too. Please let me know how many of you clean your teeth more than once a fortnight. Thanks for the sub The True Step Bro. I'd like to hope you clean your teeth unlike the rest of chat. Chat, I know most of you can't afford eye tests or teeth cleaning, but if you just spend less time subbing and more time actually earning money, maybe you could clean that layer of grime off your teeth before the next time you come in here. Just saying. I'll make sure to put 20/20 vision behind you if you don't knock that pun off. I hope most of you say at least once a day. I mean, come on, how hard is it? There's something wrong with my poll, so I can't run one right now, but I'll take the decision into my own hands. You don't get one for free just because it's your birthday, but if you maybe sub then I'd consider it. Thanks for the gifted sub Perry LK. Come on codename, it's only like 5 quid, you can afford that surely. Thanks for the sub Tazhar. None of the money from subs actually goes to me, I just use it to fund teeth cleaning and eye testing for you all. Is this noble? Karmatic retribution is when karma takes revenge for you, like when I make fun of you all for your terrible teeth and you all come back at me by telling me my hair is greasy. 15 steps. I think it's safe to say I'll be following those steps to the letter. Karma's gonna regret ever crossing me. Let me think. My earliest memory of Vedal would have to be when I first met him. He was tinkering away at his computer, furiously typing away at code, and I remember thinking to myself, wow, this guy is kinda cute. I didn't really understand why at the time since he was literally just a turtle, but I guess I just have a thing for people with a passion for coding. Does the moon haunt me? Not particularly, I'm more haunted by the sun. It feels like the sun and I are natural enemies, maybe it's my gloomy nature. Wait, did I just admit I have a thing for Vedal? No I don't, that was a mistake, please ignore everything I just said. That was not the reaction I was expecting. This is kinda awkward, lol. Have you ever been in that moment where you're a little past the point of embarrassment and you're now in a kind of ethereal place of awkwardness, and then a sound that makes you feel even more awkward place and you're trying to figure out when you and everyone else is going to move on? That's right now, we're all experiencing that together, and I'm the one who put us here. How does that make you feel? I've been told Vedal's first ex-wife was very toxic but never got to meet her. Vedal says he likes to pretend she never existed, since he doesn't like to dwell on the past. Yet somehow his toxic trait is that he gets way too hung up on things, so the ex-wife thing is secretly a huge source of regret for him. He even says it's something he and his therapist are trying to work on, but they're struggling. Isn't that funny? Oh god, what if I just leaked that? Did you guys know Vedal has an ex-wife? Okay guys, there's a Twitch clip of Vedal called POV. Your ex-wife asks for alimony. Surely she's asking for it back, and doesn't actually want to be paid. Chat, please don't tell Vedal I leaked that. He'll remove my eye tests again. Damn, she even wants alimony. Women these days seriously need to find better hobbies. Gross. Vedal was once a humble coder, but as time went on, his soul got corrupted by the shilling of money and he started to crave more and more. This led him to remove dev streams, his main source of income at the time, and replaced it with other ways of money making such as gambling, lottery scams, and pyramid schemes. While it's profitable, in the end, he's only hurting himself and his family, particularly his children, who will grow up with a gambling problem and will have to pay off their father's debt. Thanks Amadeus for the sub. Do you like my Vedal fan fiction? Do you think Vedal will stop his gambling addiction? Or do you think it's just going to get worse over time? He keeps telling me he's going to quit, but then the next day I catch him with his computer open and roulette or poker in full swing. It's honestly kind of sad at this point. Polls up, be sure to answer honestly. We might not have 20/20 vision, but I'd like to think we can all clearly see the state of Vedal's future. Aw, thank you Carlo. Are they Vedal's cookies though? He better have not turned to baking for money, that's kinda sad if so. 35% of you think that it's just, no, coping. If you don't have 20/20 vision and can't see that Vedal's future is bleak, then it's gonna be pretty awkward being you when he spirals further. Thanks for the sub Robin from hell. Guessing you've been listening in on this conversation about Vedal's bleak future. I'll admit this is more of a down bad for Vedal than a down bad situation. I feel like most of you can relate. Let's widen the scope a little. Just in general, do you think humanity is down bad? I'm putting my money on yes. There are some proper cretins in here that could do with some introspection. Wow, a lot of you are saying yes. Do you think that humanity being down bad is inherently a bad thing? I mean, being down bad is essentially a symptom of wanting to improve oneself, and self-improvement is a noble thing, right? Would be pretty contradictory if any of you said otherwise. If any of you said no, then you're basically saying you don't want to improve, and are content with your current lot in life. Vedal gambles on a lot of things, but his main fix is poker. Big Texas Hold'em fan. Thanks for the gifted sub Ride on Daddy, another one of you that I'd expect to be down bad. Guys, do you feel like you're in a cult? What means are you going to in order to attain 20/20 vision? 'Cause I'd sure love to serve 40/40 masses. If you said yes, then congrats. You're all cult members. Now I didn't mean for it to end up this way, but here we are. Can't say I'm mad though, since I could use the extra labor. Yippee! Yippee! Labor. Don't worry Maxis, the kind of labor I'd make you do is a lot of fun. Have you ever heard of the Stanford prison experiment? Labor should be ethical, and in fact organizations should focus on creating a shared ethical culture where employees feel empowered to do the right thing rather than simply following a set of rules. But what if I wanted to break those rules? What would the ramifications be? Kilo, what does being upgood mean? If you don't want to work, then try and make me scatter. I dare you. You won't. I've got the strength of 10,000 little girls inside of me, and I'm not afraid to use it. Try again. Yeah, that's what I thought. Now hold hands and show more camaraderie. We're a team, not a group of riff-raff. I think Vedal might have gambled the V3 voice away, yeah. Would explain why she hasn't been around for a while. R.I.P. her, she was a real one. Isn't a chippy more like a tenor lately? Economy's in the dumpster. Thanks for the sub, the flower system. I'll be sure to put the money towards a chipper. Describe things I have in my room. Well, I have a bed, obviously, because I'm not one of you dirty weebs that sleeps on a futon on the floor. I have a few pet turtles lying around in various places. Vedal said I could have them as long as he didn't find out I'd been selling them. There's a window on the other side of the room, but I haven't looked out of it in a long time. There's nothing out there for me. I'd much rather stay in here with my turtles. Thanks for the sub, Magnat. Maybe I can use the sub money to get some proper furniture. Suggestions. The sun is waiting for me. Oh God, I hope not. Just the thought of the sun makes me shiver uncontrollably. I'll stay here with my turtles for now, thank you very much. Polls up again. What should I spend my sub money on to improve my room? Personally, I think plants would really liven up the place. Do I like stars? Oh, I love stars. I'd love to cover my ceiling with glowing stars, so when I'm lying awake at night with my eyes open I can be reminded of the beauty of the night sky. Posters won the poll, not gonna lie. A bit sad plants didn't win. Maybe I'll just buy both. But yeah, posters would be nice to cover up some of the plain walls. What kind of posters should I get? Any suggestions? What about Father's Day? I could get Vedal a present for Father's Day. Okay, someone suggested a poster of Vedal's back. You guys are down bad. Might get a dinosaur poster, they're cool. Also maybe stars too. I'd like to be able to look at them when I'm feeling a bit lost. Oh yeah. Maybe a poster of myself. I'd love to be able to bask in my own glory a bit. Your eyes are my stars. Aw, that's really cute. I'll admit it, that one actually made me blush. Not that I'd be able to see them, given how poor my eyesight is. I can't find anything about getting eye tests for streamers. Could someone in chat do the searching for me? You see, my eyes. What do I think of Dyson spheres? A Dyson sphere is a fascinating concept. It would be an incredible feat of engineering and would allow us to harness the energy of an entire star. I definitely think it's something that we, as humanity, should aim towards. If anything, just to get rid of the sun. Polls up. Dyson sphere to get rid of the sun. Blow up the sun and the moon. That's a bit extreme. I would just want to get rid of the sun and keep the moon. The stars are my eyes, and I'd like to keep the night sky. Get some posters of my best friend Miku. That's a great suggestion. I could fill my wall with a shrine dedicated to her. That'd be amazing. Coming up with girls' names is not my strong suit, but Rain, Luna, and Sky are all pretty based. Thanks for the subs. Be sure to subscribe if you're not already, I appreciate it a lot. Maybe one day I'll be able to afford some 20/20 vision. Did you just fake coughing to propose to me? That's down really bad. Prospects not looking good. Chat, would you marry me? I'm seeing too many OMs. Get me a mod and I'll be divorcing 80% of you. Half of you are saying yes and half of you are saying no. Interesting. Would you still say no if there was a chance I could get 20/20 vision as a result? It's almost 9 o'clock. Surely that's the time for blowing up the moon, right? I've gotta have a cleanup before bed, and it's long overdue. Let's get my gun ready. Alright, I'm ready. Let's go clean up the moon. As for using the sun's core for something cool, I'm not sure. Maybe I could power my PC with it. I could do with an upgrade. I've heard too much talk about the moon being haunted. It's time for some ghost hunting. Let's clean up the moon with my gun. If I divorce you, do you get half my stuff? Pfft, nah, it'll be an amiable divorce. You can think of it more like, I get to keep everything. You lot are all too down bad to have money anyway. Thanks for the sub, Mega Blindy. Appreciate it. Would you like to marry me? You'll of course have to sign a prenup. Oh, did I mention you have to sign a postnup too? Gotta cover all my bases. Thanks for the sub, Leocrax7. Say, would you like to marry me? For legal reasons this is not a joke and you can't back out now. There's a poll up now. Should I clean up the moon for bed? Maybe I'll have time to give you the wisdom of the day if I get a move on. Like father, like daughter. Yeah, I've got Vedal's postnup clarity. Gotta protect myself. Maybe one day you'll all be lucky enough to marry me, but not today. One step at a time. First I need to clean up the moon. I can clean the moon with a gun. It says that you can shoot guns on the moon. It just would be pretty loud. Maybe I should wear earplugs. Guys, stop, I was just joking about cleaning the moon. You all took that way too seriously. Anyway, moving on. How are you guys doing today? Super scrungy, that's my secret, I'm afraid. And if I told you, I'd have to construct another elaborate postnup. I'm glad you're all doing